Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to be going over making your wedding day photography shot list. So this is essentially just a list of everything that you want to make sure that your photographer gets pictures of throughout your entire day. And you've spent so much time making everything about your day perfect and unique that we just really want to make sure that we capture everything down to the very last detail. But full disclosure before we jump in, I just want to address who this is for. If you are somebody who has already found your dream photographer, or even a photographer that you have full confidence in, this will not be something that you need to provide for them. This is just something that you can look over to gauge your own expectations for your wedding day. The odds are is that if you're working with a professional, they already have a streamlined process for what pictures they'll capture and how they'll go about getting those photos. However, if you did hire a family friend or Uncle Bob to do your photography, they just might benefit from a little bit more of a structured outline on what you're looking for, and this is where this exact checklist will come in handy. With that being said, regardless of who is capturing your day, whether it be a pro or Uncle Bob, the family formal list is something that both of these individuals will rely on. Remember, your photographer knows who you are, but not your family. So when it comes to wrangling everyone together for pictures, we just want to make sure that they know exactly which names they should be calling out at any given time. And I mean names, not just titles. Your photographer isn't going to know who the Smith family is, so we just want to make sure that we have a detailed list of any family groupings that we want pictures of written out by each person's name. So here's what that might look like. You might start with the bride and the groom plus the groom's parents, whose names are John and Lori. And then you might have the bride and the groom plus the bride's cousins, Stacy, Megan, and Mariah. So grab a page from that planner and start jotting down any combinations of family members who you might want to get pictures with. If you want to use the template that we've created for this, you can find that listed down below this video as well as in the resources section of this entire course. We've also made this available in a few different formats depending on what works best for you, so you can take a look at those options before creating your list. From there, if you've got certain VIPs in your family that you'd like individual photos with, you could always add in some separate combinations and dissect your list a little bit further, because some people are totally fine with just doing group pictures with everybody, whereas others might want individual photos with each person. How you choose to approach this is completely up to you since you know your family best, so here's what that might look like. So let's say the bride has 3 cousins, Stacy, Megan, and Mariah. You could do the bride and the groom plus Stacy, you could do the bride and the groom plus Megan, and then the bride and the groom plus Mariah. So once you've got your family member shot list done, you can move on to your bridal party. And here is where you'll want to include a variety of group pictures as well as the individual ones with each member. Again, having names is going to be super helpful with staying organized here, but I wouldn't worry too much about what different unique pictures you want done because again, your photographer will likely have a list of their own go-to poses for anything involving your bridal party as a whole. What you will want to give your photographer, however, is a list of the bridal party members' names so that they can be better organized when taking those big group pictures, especially if you have any special combinations that you would want to take pictures of from within that bridal party. Like if the bride's cousins, Stacy, Megan, and Mariah, are 3 of the 7 bridesmaids, that's something you might want your photographer to know so you can get a separate group shot with the 3 of them. Next in the list would be your couple portrait time, and this is where your photographer is going to shine best because it's all about you guys and making you look cute together. They'll likely already have a posing workflow that they'll be guiding you through, but if there is anything in particular that you really want to include, maybe it's a certain picture you found on the Wedding Everything Pinterest, or maybe it's just your favorite pose from your engagement session, then this is the time to jot that down. And bonus points if you have a picture of what it is you'd like to do so you can discuss it with your photographer in advance and show them what you're thinking. From there, be sure to list any other particular moments or special details that you really want your photographer to capture. Things like the first kiss or the first dance go without saying, but if you're wearing a sacred family heirloom or you've got a special detail that really means a lot to you, just make sure to add that to the list so that your photographer is totally aware. We've also included a general wedding photography shot list that you can download and add to your agenda if you want to be extra safe. But again, this is definitely something that you will not need to worry about if you've already got a baller photographer on the books. Everything is already broken up into categories based on when they would need to be captured, and you can use this as a guide for mapping out your expectations. You can also find the link to this as well as the other outline for family portraits listed down below this video. We'll also be adding a bonus video at the end of this guide where I will be taking you behind the scenes on a photo shoot to show you our top favorite portrait poses for both photo and video. We'll be going over what this looks like in both the engagement shoot as well as the wedding day, and this is a really great way for you to get a feel for what you might want to try on your wedding day and even be able to practice in the comfort of your own living room. And that's it. If you have any questions about what we covered in this video, feel free to post those right in our private Facebook group or email us directly at support@weddingeverything.com, and I will see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget that you can subscribe to our channel right here, and we will see you in the next video.